Welcome back into another episode of FA's World. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. But let's go ahead and get right into it. The SmackDown review. SmackDown kicked off with a backstage brawl between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. And then right into the ring, Tiffany Stratton came out, cut a promo that led to Alexa Bliss coming out. She cut her promo that leads to Charlotte Flair coming out, cutting a promo, making her way down to the entrance. Tiffany Stratton would fire back with a promo of her own on Alexa and Charlotte, and then she would mic drop, and this leads to Julia's music hitting. Julia would come out, and we are set for the Money in the Bank qualifying match between Charlotte Flair, Julia, and Zelina Vega. Julia would pick up the victory here, hitting Vega. After this great triple threat match between all three of these women, we have a backstage DIY promo on the tag team division. And then back into the ring, Motor City Machine Guns make their way out. But before their matchup, we have another backstage segment with Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green walking up. And they get into it, and Zelina Vega would try and attack Chelsea Green, but of course the Secret Service would barge in, and all three women would try and get the better of Zelina, but B-Fab and Meechin were not having that, and we get a tag team match later on between these women. And then back into the ring, we have DIY come out for a one-on-one singles matchup between Chris Sabin and Tommaso Ciampa. We get the returning Candice LeRae in this matchup with Tommaso Ciampa picking up the victory here. And then backstage, we have Fraxium cutting a promo for their quest into the tag team championships later on tonight. And then Damian Priest, he tries to come out to the ring to cut a promo, but of course, Drew McIntyre is having none of that. They go back and forth, brawling, huge brawl. Security comes out, tries to break these guys up. Damian Priest eventually grabs a mic, talks a little shit, and then goes right back after Drew, which security has to break up yet again. Then backstage, we see Solo and JC Mateo. Jacob walks in. Jacob tries to talk to Solo in private, but Solo says no. Jacob then tells Solo that he does not trust JC. He doesn't know JC. He's not blood and he's not family. Um, and he pretty much said we'll see them out there in the ring later tonight. And Jacob walks off. And then back into the ring, we are set for back to the ring. Chelsea Green comes out, and then we get another backstage segment with Alexa Bliss walking past Charlotte, telling her, "I'll see you at Money in the Bank." And then she says, "Oh wait." And then back to the ring, we are set for that tag team action between Meechim, B-Fab, and the Secret Hervis. With Chelsea Green, of course, at ringside. Zelina Vega would come out and pop in to even the odds during this matchup. And then eventually the winners of this matchup would become Meechin and B-Fab. Backstage, the Street Profits cut a promo as Solo Sikoa and JC and Jacob walk past. Their music hits and they make their way towards the ring. Real quick, we get the video of Santos and Los Garzas sitting at the dinner table, and Santos is trying to encourage Humberto to come back into the fold and tells him that they got a match at Worlds Collide. Humberto pretty much isn't having anything and takes his drink and walks off. Um, Angel tells Santos that he'll come back and he'll turn things around pretty much. Then backstage, we have Jimmy hyping up Ray Phoenix. And then back to the ring, we are set for another tag team action. We have Jimmy Uso and Ray Phoenix teaming up to take on Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo. The winners of this matchup is JC Mateo and Jacob Fatu, with, of course, help from Solo. Then backstage, LA Knight cuts a promo. And then back to the ring, we get a excellent promo work from R-Truth. And then we have a wonderful video package from Naomi, Jade, and Nia Jax talking about their triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match for next week, which is definitely going to be one hell of a match for sure. Then back to the ring, we are set for Shinsuke versus Aleister Black versus LA Knight for their Money in the Bank qualifying match. A wonderful triple threat match that surprisingly LA Knight picks up the victory here. Then backstage, we have The Miz and Carmelo Hayes cutting a promo where The Miz tells Carmelo that he pretty much gives Carmelo his spot in the Money in the Bank qualifying match next week. And then backstage, we see Solo, JC, and Jacob backstage where Aldis walks in and tells Jacob Fatu that he will also be in the Money in the Bank qualifying match as well. Um, and he tells Solo says that him and Jacob will now be in the match together. So I cannot wait for Jacob if he does win that qualifying match. I can't wait to see what happens between Solo and him in that matchup. But Jacob ended up walking off backstage, and we are set for the main event between Fraxium and the Street Profits for the Tag Team Championship. This is a great tag team matchup, of course. DIY, of course, unfortunately does get involved here, but when it's all before it's all said and done, the lights went out and nobody, of course, knew what was going on. But the Wyatt Six, they are back into the fold. They have attacked everybody and taken out everything and anyone with the pulse that was out on that ringside. Can't wait to see what's next for the Wyatt Six. Uh, Seems like they're coming after the tag team division. This is definitely going to be great. Can't wait for the future with them. Um, Shout out to um, Bray Wyatt here, and definitely can't wait to see what's next for the Wyatt Six. Uh, I'll hit y'all with a Saturday night's main event preview as well, so make sure y'all tap in for that. Hit that subscribe button down below, and just remember, this is Hefe's World, and you're just living in it.